Good morning. Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday morning here on December the 30th, 2023. Happy New Year's Eve. Oh, I've been absent for more than I usually am. I do have some things to show you and to talk about. I've been having some sleep issues, waking up at 1:30 in the morning, going back to bed at 4, sleeping a few hours, awake again. It takes its toll on how you're feeling. And my goal was to put a video on for you guys yesterday, but I didn't feel well. I had not had enough sleep. And I kind of dozed off and on yesterday afternoon. So I did get my yarn in, and I do have things to show you. And I did want to make the video, but like I've told y'all before, when I don't feel well, it shows, and I don't want to make a video like that. So it's real here, and I can't really hide how I feel. I'm not good at that. What you see is me at any moment in time. So I can't hide anything. So I just don't appear when I feel like that. But nothing's wrong. I just didn't get enough sleep. I'm well. I'm well. My husband's well. All is well in my little crochet world. And I'm still taking away with crochet. I need to get back to my knitting, but I just can't seem to break away. So anyway, so I'm going to go with the flow while it's flowing, right? So, okay. So what I have done while I was gone is I have worked a lot more on that corner-to-corner blanket. Yes, and like I had said before, now that I'm decreasing one row on each end, one square on each end, it is coming together, and I lack about that much to get to my corner. I'm thinking maybe like that. Not a lot, and I have been working on it. Sometimes all afternoons, all evenings, all mornings. But I did get some yarn in from Premier Yarn, and I decided to, since that's the only project I have on my hook, I decided to start a new project, but I didn't know what to do with this new yarn, and I'm still not sure. But I think what I'm going to do is use it in a granny square blanket. Now, I have never made a granny square blanket in my life. So, why not, right? So, here I have 10 granny squares. Yeah. And those are the colors I got in from Premier. Let me show you the yarn itself. Okay. I had ordered one each of these Premier Gist yarns value. Now, in here, this color is Sea Glass. Isn't that a pretty name for such a pretty color? It does look like sea glass, right? And in here, I received 875 yards. And I got 3 of them in 3 different colors. This is Sea Glass. It's 800 meters, 400 grams, and 14 ounces. This yarn is machine wash, warm, and tumble dry. That's what I like. And it's a medium 4, and it's a very nice, soft yarn. Very soft. It's been a pleasure working with it, doing these granny squares. So I was not sure what to expect in a value yarn, to be truthful, because I've never used this, but I've never even touched this before. But I took a chance since it was Premier, and yeah, it recommends a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Now I'm using a 6. That's the yarn. And it's very squishy. It's very nice. It's like, ooh, it's nice. It's nice for a value yarn. It's not anything like those Super Saver what's the name of those? Red Heart. No, it's nice. It is squishy. It's very nice. So I got the sea glass, as y'all saw in some of my granny squares. I paired it with this color is called linen. Stats are the same. It feels the same. It's got squish. It's nice. And my third yarn is called, purple. Okay, they like just to name things, simple things sometimes. This is purple. And I think these three go together real well. I was thinking about making a sweater, but you know, folks, I've got so many sweaters now. I don't need another sweater. That last sweater I made, I love that sweater. I don't know if I could make anything I like better. So I decided, I was watching Juan the Yarn Addict, and he showed how he made granny squares, and I liked his method. It's a little different than what I've been doing, so I decided, it's Oliver, I decided, I think I'm going to go with his pattern. So I watched him a few times, and I did a few of them, and I started getting in the flow, and I'm good now with this granny square stuff. And you know, I've just enjoyed the smallness of a project. Not a great big heavy sweater or a great big heavy blanket. It's nice just to have something small to work on. It's given my shoulders a break, I know that for sure. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've been making granny squares, working on my blanket, being sleep deprived, but last night I slept well. So it is, what time it is this morning? It's 10:12. Wow, it's still early. I did get up at a decent time today, as did my husband. He actually beat me. He got up before I did. And we've had breakfast, and we've had our coffee, and right now I have some water because I feel dry. I always feel dry in this place. I know it's just water, but sometimes it's just, this is well water. I don't have to buy the bottled water to drink. I can just drink out of the tap because this is great water out here. We've tapped into the Olagala water system. Olagala, it's got another name, but I don't know what it is. I can't remember. But anyway, the Olagala water system out here in West Texas. It's nice, folks. It's like spring water that I used to get out of the side of a mountain when I was a kid. We lived up in Arkansas for a little while when I was a kid, and we'd be driving along, and there would be this water coming out the side of the mountain that we were driving through, and everybody'd be stopping and getting their water, and we got a drink, and it was so cold and nice. That's the kind of water we have here. But it's hard water, okay? That's the bad part of it. Not good for your appliances and whatnot. Okay, now, I have something else to show you. If you'll remember, I told you my son Michael had sent me some gifts, and one was a blanket that had a great writing on it, something like, Mom, when I'm away from you, even though I'm far away, when you put this blanket around you, it's like a hug from me, or something like that. And I told you I was going to show you this. And I brought it in here, and I do want to show you this cozy blanket. It's like, it's so cozy. And I want to stand back, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. So let me get back, and let me try to get the writing right. Okay, I don't have it. Here it is. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. It's a big blanket. Let me go back here. Let me turn this up a little. Okay, let me see now. I want to show you my blanket. I'm so in love with my blanket. Okay. This says, well, I don't know if you can see it all. Let me back up a little bit more. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can or not. It's a big blanket. And then at the top, it's got, like you're traveling on an airplane, like it's got a postage stamp on it, like you're, yeah. And they're over here. And he is the, well, he's a bigwig at Pitney Bowes Company. He's a district manager, and things are happening for him, big things. And he's been with them for years, over 20 years, I know. And he flies all over the East Coast. And anyway, that's my blanket from my kid. Yeah. So, it's so cozy, folks. So this was the package that, let me see here. Let me see if I can sit down here. Yeah. This is the package that he thought wasn't going to get here in time for Christmas. And so he got me that little same-day delivery package from Walmart. But this came in, it did come in on Christmas Eve, but I thought it was some welding pants I had bought my husband. So I didn't open it. I let him open it on Christmas morning because I thought it was my gift to him and it was Michael's gift to me. I got this. Oh, and I got, oh, I didn't bring him in here. He also bought me more stuff. He needs to quit spoiling his mama. Not really. He bought me another candle. This one says, "To my beautiful mom, never forget that I love you forever and always." And I don't think you can see that because the light's not on it good enough. Let me see. Maybe if I put you down here in the light. Can y'all see that? I don't know. Can y'all see that? I'm not sure. I need to get a ring light or something over here. I've just been kind of winging it, but I do need to do that. I'm going to do that. That's for this next year, 2024. I'm going to get better lighting in here. I'm sure y'all will appreciate it, and I will too. So, this is my cozy blanket from my kid. One of my kids, my youngest kid. And he also got me some socks. I don't know if I told you that. I might have. They're beautiful. I didn't bring them in here, but I'll show you sometime. Okay. So, I also in my yarn haul, I needed more of this to go with my blanket. This is a value pack from Premier. And it's a 3-weight yarn, but that's what that's what my big corner to corner is made out of. So I bought 2 of these, and I'll have a lot left over, but I decided to get 2. I'm not sure the yardage in here. I looked on here, but I can't see it. I'd have to go to the website because I forget what it was. Okay, so I got that, and I haven't forgot. Look at here. Look at here. Here is my hook of the day. It is a Furls all metal streamline hook. I love it, okay? I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And it's about as heavy as the Odyssey, so if y'all don't like heaviness, you might not like this hook. But I love this hook. It crochets great. Look at the stitch definition that this hook makes. I love that. It just looks pretty. And you know, I know Furls isn't for everybody. The crochet brand, hook brand. And I love them, but I don't have to have them. They're just, I like all hooks. You know I do. It's just whatever the mood strikes me and however the hook works with whatever yarn you've got. Because it just depends. I have different crochet hooks. I'm not like an expert, but I'm learning a lot about crochet hooks. I don't know much about crochet yarn. I'm not real up on the yarns, so I watch a lot of videos to try to learn about the yarns. But through trial and error, I've learned a lot about crochet hooks. But yarns, I need more help with the yarns, learning more about them. I know what the weights mean and the DK mean and the worsted mean and all that, but experience-wise, I haven't had a lot of the yarns. That's why when I got this just yarn, I wasn't too sure about it, but I like it a lot. So that's all my show and tell today, I believe. Okay, so let me turn you around. We're going to crochet a little bit. I love crocheting chats. We're going to do a little bit of that. So let me turn you around and let me put y'all's heads down. Now, I think you can see. I'm going to slip this blanket off of me, my folks, because I don't need it. It's hard to crochet wrapped up in a blanket, but I do adore the blanket. So I thought I would work. Let me see if y'all can see. Now, the yarn addict, was showing me the pattern that he was using, and he doesn't like the magic loop, but I do. I do like the magic loop. I can do either one, but it just seems to work out better for me. So I'm just starting one here with my Furls hook. And I don't always choke up on the hook like I am right now. But when I'm first starting out trying to get into that circle, yeah, I kind of need to be up close and personal with my yarn. Yeah. So this is row 1. This is just the foundation row of my granny square. So how many, well, not how many, who all out there is experienced making granny square blankets? Boy, I'm not. If you have any tips for me, I'll read them and take them to heart, because this is new to me. But he had, I think, in his granny square blanket that he showed that he had made, I believe he had 196 granny squares. And it turned out to be a huge blanket. Now, I can see putting that blanket together is going to be hard on my shoulders, but and I have made the hexagon cardigan, and I have made the granny square sweaters. And you start off different with the way I did it before Juan showed me. I did it a little bit different. But this one, I've got it down now, and I don't want to change. So I think I'm going to keep doing them this way. The first row, the circle thing is hard for me. Yeah, it's kind of tedious, really. So there's my 4 sides I've made. And then I'm going to pull up my tail some. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do, 1, 2, oh, no, I have one more. 1, 2, 3, I need one more. Okay, one more. You need 4. Of course, 1 for each side. Y'all, I don't know that. This is not a tutorial. I just thought I'm just starting this. I just thought I'd put you down here while I start another one of these. I guess it's WIP Saturday. It's usually WIP Wednesday, but I'm going to show you this WIP here on a Saturday. Yeah. Let's see. Let me tighten that a little bit more. There we go. So there's my 4 sides. So, okay, now I can kind of relax a little bit and crochet. Yeah, let me move that. Let me get some more water. So, we don't, for the New Year's Eve, we don't really do anything for New Year's Eve. Do y'all? When my sister was alive, on Christmas Eve, we would go over to her house and we would bring in, I would make snacks, and she had snacks, and, you know, we had just, you know, little snacks to eat. And we would just stay up and bring the New Year in, and I think we had some drinks over there, and little this and that, but she's been gone now since 2017, and unfortunately, when she passed away, we were estranged. So every New Year's Eve that comes around, I think of her anyway, but especially on New Year's Eve. So I'll be thinking of her today and tomorrow more than usual. I did love my sister. She was hard to get along with and hard to understand, but I loved her the same. Always did. She was the older sister, 9 years older than me. And I sure miss her. So let's see here now. So what are y'all's plans for New Year's Eve? What do y'all usually do? I'm sure there'll be fireworks out here. It is like that every year. We have neighbors across the street with young teenagers and a 10-year-old, so I'm sure they'll be popping firecrackers. When we had little dogs in the house before they passed away a few years ago, oh, they were so scared with the firecrackers. I don't know about these cats. I don't guess they are, because I don't remember anything weird happening last New Year's Eve, and they popped them off over there. So I guess we'll be hearing fireworks on up into the wee hours of the morning, if it's like it usually is. On New Year's Day, I think my sister-in-law's coming over. Our menu is going to be cornbread and black-eyed peas, cherry pie, and cabbage. That's what we always have. And I have to go to the store today and get some cabbage because I don't have any. Nope. So I have to go do that. And I have to go pick up some medicine at Walmart for myself. Good news is I've got a new prescription drug plan, which does not include Walmart. So I'll be going to CVS after the first of the year for my medications. And I like that much better than Walmart. And my husband will be happier. He doesn't like anything about Walmart. I think I already told you guys that. Okay, there's my my second round. No. Yeah, there's my base round and my next round. See, it's my little square. So, I have to go get my medicine. And what else do we have to do? Oh, my husband bent his glasses again, real bad. Actually, they were on the floor and I stepped on them. Well, I didn't know they were on the floor. Over by his computer, they were on the floor. Wait a minute, that's not right. They were on the floor, and sure enough, I stepped on them. Now wait a minute, what is wrong with this? Okay, here we go. Yeah. So we have to go take him by there and let him get those adjusted and make sure they fit his face well. We need him. I guess I could take him without him, but I don't know. He would like me to. It's possible I might do that. He hates to go in Walmart. Puts him in a bad mood. And when he's in a bad mood, it's hard to be happy, folks, when your partner's not happy. Or it is for me, anyway. I ripped that out because you know what? I had a loose stitch back there. And I was not happy with that. Yeah. I do like this crochet hook. Somebody, you know, I told you my husband bought me some crochet hooks for Christmas. Do you know they still have not shipped? From Furls, yeah. From Furls. They closed the whole warehouse down for Christmas and the week after. So actually, in all reality, I ordered them on the 13th of December. And they have not shipped, and this is the end of December. I'm not happy. I wrote them and said, excuse me, but did you forget about me? Oh, no, we wrote me back. Oh, no, thank you for your patience. It's been the Black Friday and the Christmas, and we're really backed up. But we can't get to them now until January the 2nd because we don't open back up till then. So I've never had this problem from Furls before, but they are not fulfilling their orders like I think they should. Maybe they can't get help. You know, a lot of people, I won't say nobody, but a lot of people just don't want to work. They'd rather just do nothing and stay home. Heck, wouldn't we all? But I do like the way this hook... Anyway, getting back to my crochet hooks. Yeah. So I can't show you, folks. When I get them, I'll show them. They're still in the warehouse, ready to be packaged up, I guess. Who knows? Anyway, that's a bummer, right? I mean, there's no hurry. I mean, it's not like I don't have a crochet hook to use. But the crochet hooks that he got me are just like this one, except I've got a 5 coming and a 5.5. This is a 6, but I use a 5.5 a lot. And like I said, I love this stitch definition, but with this hook. I'm not really into the 6 millimeters, but that much. You need them sometimes, though, you know. So I got this one just to see if I liked it, and I love it. But then again, I love all crochet hooks, I guess. Anyway, let's see here. So, let's see here. So what are y'all working? Did y'all get your Christmas stuff finished? I really wasn't. Only thing I made for Christmas was my husband's hats, caps. And you know I got those finished and he liked them. But I know a lot of y'all were making things for Christmas. I hope y'all got them finished. And for this new year, I'm not setting any New Year's resolutions. There are some things I want to do or I want to get. Well, like I was saying, I want to get better lighting in this room. It's not a resolution. It's just a plan. I do have a plan. Now where am I with this? Oh, I'm just looking here to see what I'm doing. Okay. So if y'all have made a resolution, let me know. What are y'all doing for New Year's Eve? Tell me about your crafting. What's going on? Did you finish what you needed to finish? What's your menu? Who's coming? I love Christmas, and I'm not going to say I'm glad it's gone because I already miss it. I miss all the hoopla la leading up to it. I love that. Like I said, it is the best time of the year. You know what? I messed that up somewhere. This does not coming out right, friends. It's probably because I'm talking and thinking and I'm not paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh well. Yeah, boy, I'm just ripping on out, aren't I? Hold up. Where is the... You know what? I messed up way back here, friends. Yeah, it's real life, okay? It's real life. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, I see what I did. Don't do what I did, folks. Now, I did not chain 3. I'm supposed to chain 3. I knew it didn't look right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah. Don't do what I'm doing. Pay attention. And this thread frog's real good. Yarn, not thread. This yarn frog's real good too. So it's not an issue if you have to. Have y'all used this yarn from Premier? How do you guys like it? But it doesn't, look, it doesn't like grab to itself when you rip it out. Anyway, we'll see how it does. But So far, I really like the way it's working. I really like working with it. I like how it's working up. I like working with it. Yeah. And they have a big variety of colors. I had to look and look. I didn't know what colors I wanted. And I might have should have got 2 of each of these. But I can reorder it. It's okay. I don't know if this is the only colors I'm going to go with in my blanket, or I have a lot of other yarns. I could put a different square here or there in it. Might make it more interesting. I was thinking about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did make a boo-boo. Folks, don't do what I did. And if you do mess up, just don't be afraid to take it back, fix it, make it right. I'm like that. If I see something's amiss, I'm gonna make it right. And with these little squares, these little tiles that I'm making, or whatever you want to call them, if you did have to rip the whole thing out, it's nothing to it. You have really, it doesn't take long to finish one of these things, so you're not like putting yourself way back in your sequence of finishing something. Okay, let's see now. I'm down here. Okay, there's 1, 2, and chain 2, slip stitch at the top, and chain 3. Wait. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. What did I do wrong here? Chain 2. No. That doesn't look right. What did I do wrong? Oh, you know what? I need to go ahead and finish this corner, I think. Chain 2. And go ahead and put 2 more granny squares, 2 more double crochets in there. Yes. There's my square. Much better. I got it. Okay, that's the way you're supposed to do it, friends. That's it. And then you're going to chain 3. So, are y'all working on a project when you're watching this? Or y'all just sitting there watching this? What's going on when you watch this in your neck of the woods? Are y'all staying warm? It is supposed to be, and I'm not trying to be a weather girl here, but it is supposed to be below 32 degrees every night from here through January. That's never happened wherever I've lived. That's pretty cold. That's El Nino, I guess. I don't know. You know, living here in West Texas, usually it's dry, but they're predicting we're going to have a chance of a lot more moisture. We'll see. I know it's going to be colder than usual. So do y'all like Furl's crochet hooks? You know, it really does just depend on the yarn and the hook, on what works the best. I tried my Prims on this particular yarn. It didn't smooth. The flow was not as smooth. And usually they work really well. I love my Prims. I love working with them. But I don't know what it was about this yarn. This yarn is 100% acrylic. I don't know. Well, I'm coming along. I'm coming along. I hope y'all are having a project to work along with me while I talk to y'all. Yeah, this is fun. I love when I get in the groove, don't y'all? When you're working on something and you're just in the groove and you're just going right along. Of course, I keep losing my yarn on here. Okay, my friends, that's where I've gotten so far. What do y'all think? And I love this hook. Like I said, Santa Claus is gonna bring me 2 more sometime in January. I don't know. Let me turn y'all back up here. I hope y'all have enjoyed a visit with me. I want to thank y'all for stopping by and spending some time with me. Oh, this is a long video. That's okay. I have nothing else to do. I hope you've stuck with me until now. A long video. I want to welcome my new subscribers. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you visited with me today, and I hope you come back. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys. If it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't even be here. It's the truth, and I so appreciate your support. And I'm going to sign off now and get back to making some granny squares because it's fun, okay? I hope you're doing something fun and uplifting, and I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Safe. Please stay safe. And I don't know when I'll be back on here, but hopefully sooner than later. And I do love each and every one of you, and so does God. And my show is over, and I'm signing off. It's a wrap, and I will catch you next time. Love you guys. Happy New Year.